Hello there. I'm Dr. Lorrie Trout with Grow, Grace Restores Overcoming Women. I am the Executive Director and Founder, and it's Talk Tuesday. It's kind of late. We just got home from working on our soon-to-come thrift store. God is so good. We will be opening a thrift store called Grow With Us. We get so many donations, and the girls go through and choose the items they can wear and everything, and so there's such an abundance of things left over, so we figured we could help put some money back into the bank account. So before I leave, I'm going to give you our website, and you can make a contribution to help this up and starting business, I would say. But right now we are just doing a continuous fundraising event until God say furthermore. I mean, it's definitely a business that is in the making, but right now we don't have staff. Our ladies are volunteering. They are painting. We have cleaned 30 years of dirt, and I tell you, Bill and I came home and we had dirt in our nose and our ears and all over, but you know, God gives us the strength. We had loaded our trailer and we looked like the Beverly Hillbillies, or the Clampetts, if you know who they are, from the Beverly Hillbillies. But I thank God for the strength, and I thank God for what He's doing. It's all Him. I tell you, my knees have just been being crazy. But God gives us the strength. He and I said, we make a good team. We may want to hang each other here and there, but we make a good team, and I thank God for Him, doing just the smallest of things. We had this cleaning thing, and it had, you clean the ceiling fans and all that, but it was a thicker Swiffer or whatever it was, I don't know, and he was able to pull it out to a longer length, and I was able to get up into the rafters even more, and so that was just, that did my heart well. So I thank God for him helping me with the ministry. This week has been kind of challenging. We got back from our vacation, and I told you all hell broke loose when I got back. Everybody's not ready for this. All the ladies that come in, they are not ready. And so, but we still try to do our best to help those, help them. And, I usually say within 30 days, but I had a lady come on Monday, I think. Yeah, Monday morning. I picked her up at the bus station, and she was out of the program by Saturday. Short-lived. That's the shortest lived stay yet. And she's not ready. She's been in and out of the system for 20 years, and so she's got that institutionalized mind, and I really pray for her. People got to realize that mental health is real, and I hate that people are in prison and lockup that have mental health issues, and they're not getting the help they need. I had someone tell me that they have a son incarcerated, and he's in segregated holding or something like that, and he's not getting his medication, and that's really not good, and that's something that is against the law. You're not providing him, he's not getting provided the medication he needs, and so he can't operate in the general population, so they segregate him. There are a lot of things that need to be done with this system, I tell you, but, I thank God that we just do what we can do. The lady, I had to ask her to leave. I mean, she just got belligerent and everything, and calling people names and stealing things, and we can't have that. Our program is about helping and keeping everyone in the program safe, and that was including her, keeping her safe. However that could have been, but it didn't work out. So I'm not in the business of wanting to say, oh, you got to get out, and I'm all that and all this, and I'm the head, and I can tell you, no, I'm not. I don't like that, because all of us are a paycheck away from being homeless and being on the streets, and so it's not even about that. It's about the safety and providing a secure environment for the ladies that come into the program. this month is happy, but is sad in a sense that we have 3 ladies that are going to be graduating the program this month. I am so happy for these girls there, but they said, we're not going anywhere. We just right down the street. I tell you, Talia, she gave her testimony a few weeks ago, and that girl she's painting for us over at the thrift shop. She's doing all kinds of things, and she's coming up with all these ideas to do. And I said, well, look, I wasn't planning on doing all that, and I could have just vacuumed the floor and went on by my business. But then we started cleaning and doing this and doing that, and the place is going to really look nice, and we hope to be up and running with Grow With Us thrift store within a few weeks. The way it's going is coming together. We went back, and like I said, we were up in the rafters cleaning all that dirt out, and it really looks good. And we have got furniture, we've got clothing. I think it is going to be a benefit to Grow, and as well as to the community. People will be able to come in and purchase items at a decent price. We will not be overpriced, I tell you. If anything, we're going to be giving stuff away, and people can make us a offer or whatever, and we can negotiate. So just like I tell the girls when they come in the program, yes, I want you to pay your program fee, but if you're in trouble and you're having situations with your fines and fees and child support garnishments and all that, we're not going to go broke if you don't pay this month or next month or whatever we have to do to help you. God will provide. So the same thing with these items we're going to sell. We're not going to go broke if we don't get large amounts for the items, but it will be a reasonable price. I went into a store that's also a thrift store, and I was just looking around, just looking at their prices, and I thought, this is crazy. The prices that they were asking for the items. I said, I can go to Walmart and buy a TV for $49.99 when you got a used one sitting up in here. So, this is going to be good. The girls are so excited, and I am so glad to see them all, partaking in this. And this will also be a benefit to them to help them maybe focus on their own business one day. And they will have to see that you got to put some elbow grease in this thing no matter what you do. You got to put some sweat equity into it. So this has been good. God is awesome. God is so faithful, and He is so on time, because we thought about doing this thrift store few years ago, and then I think COVID came along, and then actually we decided we weren't going to, but God brought it back around, and so we will be located in KC Mo on State Line Road, and when we have our grand opening, we would love for you to come out and just partake in some of the merchandise, some of the merch that we will have there. And if you want to just donate to help us with this startup, because we had to go buy racks, and we bought a shoe rack, we bought some clothing racks, and we had given away our hangers back some years ago because we had an abundance of things, and we cleared out from a garage sale. So we gave the hangers away. Now it's come back around. I wish I had those hangers. But go to www.growgracerestores, GROWGRACERESTORES.org, and you can go in there and you can make a payment, give us a donation at the end of the first page, I believe, where it says give. Any amount would help. Those racks was like $1,200, but they look good. So, we don't want to throw anything together and just have, but it's going to look good. It's really coming together, and I am excited for the ladies. I'm excited what God is doing, and again, as I said, those 3 that are graduating, I sure hate to see them leave, but it's time to bring in a new group and time to work with others. Time to give others a chance to get their life back on track. These girls have done extremely wonderful. They have just done, I had no problems out of them. And so now it's time to have new house leads and then bring in new individuals, like I said. And that's what the program is about, growing. And it's elevating and then training and then bringing in new people. And it's a multiplication process. And I was thinking, as we were cleaning that dirt in the building, I said 30 years of dirt. Look how it just built up and built up and built up. But that's like sin in our lives. If we don't get that out of our lives, if we don't go to God, if we don't try to get some help, it's just going to build up and build up and build up. And before we know it, we in a big old ball of mess. And so we have to have God to help us continue, help us to grow, help us to get out of our mess, because we don't want to have all that stuff build up in us. And then when it build up, in our minds and stuff, you will explode before you know it. And so you're carrying around guilt and shame and hatred and bitterness, all that stuff building up on, just piling on and piling up on and piling up on, and we just act like we don't see it. That's sin. It will take you out. And so we just have to make sure we continue to stay focused in our word. The girls had anger management tonight, and of course we weren't there. Bill and Bill doesn't attend that, but I didn't get to go because I was with him cleaning, and then I think Tracy was bringing over a load of things, and but we have to make sure that our vessels, our spirit man is taken care of, making sure that it's washed with the word every day. Wash your spirit man with the word, feed your spirit man with the word. We can't do this by ourselves. It is so much going on in this world. We were driving, leaving Blue Springs, going over to Independence, and we were seeing down on Truman, and we were seeing so many homeless, and so many people looking like there's no hope. And there is hope. He is our hope. He is our only hope. And we as Christians have to reach out the best way we can, just and grow. Like we reach out to the ladies when they come in, and love them and try to help them and nurture them. And if they don't want it, we can't force them. We cannot force them. And so we show them love. We show them that there's another way, there's a better way. And we're not the only program. There are other programs that are out there, but we do what we can to help them. And so the ladies all just seem to be at ease at where they are and what they're doing, and growing in their situations. They're building their goals, they're achieving their goals, they are preparing to move on, the ones that are leaving at the end of this month, and then we'll have another group after that. And so this is just the process. This is the multiplication process. We help these times these times these, and these help these, and these help those, and on and on and on. So we can't be in our own little island. No man is an island. We should be about helping each other to grow, helping each other to overcome those situations and circumstances that we may be facing. In our Celebrate Recovery, we started step study, and the ladies in there, it's a whole new group. And I tell you, we started with step 1, realizing that we're powerless and that our life was unmanageable without God. We have to recognize and realize we need God. And so I was telling them last night, when you recognize it, when you realize that you can't do it by yourself, somebody said, well, you shouldn't be teaching the girls to say that they're powerless. We are powerless without our Heavenly Father giving us the strength to overcome these things. And there was something called, what was that word? I forget what it was. But anyway, there are things that come to steal our joy and steal our peace. And so we have to make sure that we stay plugged into God and let Him, give us that serenity, serenity stealers. They come to serenity. Serenity it means serene. And when you have a calmness and when you have a peace, and you not all just crazy in the head. And so they're serenity stealers, the pride and the what ifs, and I can't, feeling sorry for yourself and all that. But God gives us peace. And I thank you that these ladies that are going through our step study are finding their joy. Some were sharing last night that as they were answering, sharing their answers, but when they were doing the homework, they said, they saw a difference in the way they handled things, and they said, I used to do this that way, but now I notice that I may sometimes stumble or whatever, or get frustrated or want to just quit. But then I realized, when I realized it, I start praying and I start talking to God, and I handle things differently. And that's what it's all about. And grow. And in my life, even me, when I do something and it's not of God, say something or get upset with someone about something they've done, I have to catch myself like, that ain't the way to handle that. But then I realize that I've come a long way in that, because usually I'd be like, cut you off, and so I wouldn't even worry about you. But God has He creates in us that clean heart, and we handle things from a different perspective, and we cannot do that by ourselves. And so that's when you realize you are powerless. We are powerless without the help of the Heavenly Father, without the higher power, who is Jesus Christ. And so this is what the girls are learning. Some of the girls from Grow attend our Celebrate Recovery here in Independence, and then the girls in Johnson County go to Anchor Her, and they're getting Bible study. You cannot operate without having the Father, without being fed that heavenly food, that good food. You got to feed the Spirit, man. So things are good. Sometimes we have ups and downs, but that's life, and so we have to learn to deal with it. The way God would want us to. Sometimes it may not go that way, but then we recognize and realize. And so I'm proud of the girls in the program. They're growing. They are facing their issues. They are learning to spend time with God, and they are sharing with others. They are inviting others to church. They are going out. We went out Friday to the homeless shelter in Kansas City. I think Rescue Mission or City Union Mission, that's what it was. And the girls we served the ladies there, and our Grow girls really loved that. They love giving back. They were communicating with the ladies there, and as we introduced our group, we're able to introduce our group. All of them introduced themselves and shared what they had gone through and how Grow has impacted their lives and how things have turned around. And so they were encouraging the ladies to know that there is hope, and things will not be, it may look bad and may look down and out and may not have all the things you want right now, but there is turnaround, and God is the source of how their lives have turned around. And so they shared how God has used Grow to help them. And I thank God for that, because it's definitely not me. Not me. God is the one that orchestrates this ministry and shows us what to do. And so they shared that with the ladies there, and there were ladies and families, and so we served them, and it was wonderful. The ladies really, truly enjoyed that, and they were ready to go back. And so we will be doing that sometime soon, thanks to Lonnie Johnson with Growth Ministries. Lonnie and I started about the same time, just about the same time, and then we ended up at the same church together, Church of the Harvest. We didn't even know each other. And so I always say, Lonnie scared me. I was intimidated by Lonnie, but I thank God for Lonnie, and he is such a powerful person. And he is so deeply involved in the reentry and in going into the prisons. And so we're looking forward to do that as well, to go into TCF and I think Chillicothe or whatever. If they allow us to come in, we're waiting for a response for TCF, because we want to show and share the love of Christ. We have to go beyond the four walls. We have to get out of our little seat and have to go out there and share the love and let individuals know God is able. So I think that's it for tonight. It's kind of late. We just got in, and so I haven't even had dinner yet. So, but I thank God for the opportunity to be able to come to you and share what God is doing, and just keep the faith. Know that God is able. There is nothing impossible for God. He will do what he said he would do. Pastor Kenny said on Sunday in the in the waiting, because you know you got the part where you trusted and believe in. Okay, I believe, but in the between part before the belief of what you're praying for comes to fruition, you have, there's those things that's going to go round and round in your head, making you questionable and doubt. But don't give up. Hold on. God is able. In the waiting, trust and believe God is faithful, and He will do what He promised you or promised to bring about for you. So anyway, if you don't know the Lord as your Savior, just ask Him to come into your heart. He's able. Ask Him to take control of your life, and just tell Him, I want you in my heart. I want you to make my heart your home. So until next week, we will talk with you again. God bless you. The Lord said the same. We'll see you next Tuesday. And just remember, God is able.